The death of Ricky McCormick is one of America's most puzzling unsolved cases. An eerie blend of unexplained death and cryptography that has baffled investigators for decades. When McCormick's body was discovered in a Missouri field in 1999, authorities initially treated it as a suspicious but straightforward case. That changed when two handwritten notes containing indecipherable codes were found in his pockets. More than 2 decades later, neither the FBI nor amateur codebreakers have been able to crack the mysterious notes. The cause of Ricky McCormick's death remains unknown, and the cryptic messages have turned this case into one of the most intriguing true crime enigmas in modern history. Ricky McCormick was a 41-year-old high school dropout living in St. Louis, Missouri. He led a difficult life, marked by chronic health problems, including heart and lung issues, and a minor criminal record. Though largely unemployed, McCormick occasionally worked odd jobs and was known to frequent seedy areas of town. Family and friends described him as a bit eccentric but harmless. According to some relatives, McCormick would often scribble strange notes to himself, something they dismissed as a personal quirk. Despite his troubled circumstances, McCormick didn't appear to have any known enemies or involvement in serious criminal activity. That made his sudden and mysterious death all the more perplexing. On June 30, 1999, Ricky McCormick's partially decomposed body was found in a rural cornfield near West Alton, Missouri, about 15 miles from his home. The area was isolated, and McCormick did not own a car. How he got there remains unknown. Due to the advanced state of decomposition, medical examiners were unable to determine a clear cause of death. There were no obvious signs of trauma, and toxicology reports were inconclusive. Though the circumstances were suspicious, authorities initially leaned toward ruling the death as unexplained but not necessarily foul play. However, when investigators searched McCormick's pockets, they discovered 2 handwritten notes filled with a bizarre series of letters, numbers, and symbols arranged in what appeared to be a coded message. The 2 notes found on McCormick consisted of seemingly random strings of letters divided into separate lines, sometimes punctuated by parentheses. The writing showed no clear pattern, no recognizable language, and no immediate clues. NLPDRN plus NCBE NCBE WLDNCBE PRTSE NCBE TRSE WLDQRTSE NCBE. For 12 years, the existence of these notes was kept secret by law enforcement. It wasn't until 2011 that the FBI publicly released images of the notes, appealing to the public and amateur cryptographers for help in deciphering them. The FBI's Cryptanalysis and Racketeering Records Unit, CRRU, and the American Cryptogram Association both failed to decode the messages, labeling them as one of the most challenging cases they had ever encountered. Some believe that the notes were a form of personal shorthand used by McCormick, a private way of keeping track of information that only he could understand. Family members stated that Ricky had a habit of writing nonsensical notes for years, suggesting these messages might not hold any real meaning to outsiders. Others theorize that the notes contain critical information about McCormick's activities leading up to his death, perhaps names, locations, or details about a deal gone wrong. If true, cracking the code could reveal whether he was murdered and by whom. There's also speculation that the notes could be the result of disordered thinking. If McCormick was experiencing cognitive issues or mental illness, the writing might have been random scribbles with no coherent message. Given McCormick's associations with certain areas known for drug activity, some suggest he may have been involved in low-level criminal dealings and that the notes were tied to illicit transactions. This theory posits that McCormick was silenced because he knew too much. Despite public interest and the FBI's appeal for assistance, no breakthroughs have been made in deciphering the notes. The case remains open, but with little movement.